good with y'all, man? Just got this from Amazon. It's a toner. Y'all know about that. But like we always do every Sunday, I'm just gonna break down the markets real quick. I got a lot going on, bro. Y'all see this? And y'all see this? Just happened like a few minutes ago. We're not gonna talk about how that happened, but let's get straight into it. So we're gonna break down the markets. Start on Sunday every week. First pair we're gonna look at. Hold on, whoa. All right. Minimize my screen real quick. Now, excuse me, I had a lot of back testing on UJ today. So I'm gonna take a lot of this off, but starting off, we are going on GU. So obviously, overall we are bullish. Looking on the weekly, bullish as well, but at the same time we had this major rejection of this area right here. We can call it 130 flat. I'm gonna call it 130 flat, so why not? Make things simple. So on the daily, you can kind of see that a little more as this entire rejection point of that zone or that area. And I believe this was after the news that was presented to us last week. Crazy. A lot of conversations, a lot of talks, a lot of discussions on what's been going on with the stock market and how I think 6 trillion or almost $6 trillion wiped from the stock market as of last week in just 2 days. So a lot has been going on, of course, with these Trump tariffs. But hey man, that's tough. In my perspective, I'm still in this buying mindset. So no matter how the market presents itself, it's always a buy market, right? For me, I'm always going to get in no matter what's going on, whether we're going up, whether we're going down. I think it's more of a plus if it is going down because you get it at a discount. Same thing happened in every single financial so-called crisis or any hardship that we've gone through in America. Eventually things are going to reverse and come back to the upside. It's just a matter of time. Right now with these tariffs, they aren't really serving us in the best way right now, being that they were just initiated. So everybody's going crazy. Like, what is going on? Don't know how to perceive it. Don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. So only time would tell, really, at this point. But in terms of technical analysis, on the daily, yeah, like I said, we rejected that point. Now we're pretty much down here at this consolidation area that we were previously at. So let me take this off. I don't like too much going on. Take some of this off. I was saying that it was above the MA. So if we were to extend this area of support, this is basically a price coming below it and then popping back above. Of course, this is like almost like a gap. Market just opened, so I'm not really pressuring anything or expecting anything from this. Just gonna see how it will react from this area. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. This thing tweaking. Okay, let's go to UJ. And UJ, I got to take a lot of this off because I was back testing heavy, and as well as journaling, just getting some of my insights, some things that I've learned today, some things that I've observed that I didn't pay attention to before. Yeah, so this was pretty much what I was looking at for last week. So right now we are all the way down here after this bearish run, but it did respect this area of support all the way down here. Let's call it 145 flat. We're keeping it simple, very simple. 145 flat. And notice all these rejections or sellers exhaustions right here. Price coming up here, and I would really just like to go down to the smaller time frames and get some more insight of what exactly we are seeing. We have an area of resistance right here. You want to draw like a little random line. Kind of get like right there. A little line right there. Resistance came above, but came all the way back down to this area of support. We are below the MA. something else I want to mention also on the higher time frames below the MA daily. This might be, yeah. So every time frame we are below, because this is bearish from a broad spectrum or a broad way of looking at this, is overall bearish, but we've reached an area of support. So it's a matter of will it continue to respect it, and if it does respect it, we can see it coming all the way, come up here and create a further pullback or more significant pullback for maybe a continuation to the downside, or it may just continue to come up and try to break structure. But as of right now, it's obviously bearish. The major indication of that is looking at these lower highs, lower lows on the higher time frames, this area of resistance being respected, all of these red candles. We also have the moving average pointing downwards. I mean, shoot, let me know, is this up or down to y'all? So yeah, pretty much just gonna be watching and seeing how this plays out. But yeah, we have this gap. I don't like trading gaps or anything like that, so that's that. I didn't tell y'all, so I'm leaning off of AU and GJ, at least as of right now. Just something that I want to work towards. It's just leaning off some of these pairs that I find redundant after a while. I don't really trade them as much, and they don't provide me as much benefit as I would like to see from those two pairs. So I'm just going to be cutting those out, maybe permanently, maybe temporarily. But they're irrelevant to me as of right now. I look back at my journal, I rarely, if ever, trade those pairs. And if I do, it's always something going on. There's always something going on, whether it's inconsistency or just does it make sense. And where I look at it, it's just like, bro, what is going on? Or it just takes too long for the move to get started, like whatever it is. But those two right there, I might have to cut them off. I'm not gonna lie. With AU, I've been on the fence about cutting that off for around a year. But it might be that time, for sure. So my main pairs are these four up here. These four up here. Gold, EJ, UJ, GU. And I may incorporate US 30 a little bit within the future. We'll see, because look at this, look at this, look at this. And I know I'm getting off topic a little bit, but look at this play right there. And this fib was drawn a while ago. Hey, man. Hey. 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 Hey, technical analysis is technical analysis at the end of the day, no matter the pair. So just got my eyes open. That's all I'm gonna say. EJ. Sloppy is a mug. I don't even know if I want to entertain this. Like, look at this. Then we have the gap right here. I don't even want to touch up on that too much. But looking at this like from a grand scheme of things, objectively, this is like consolidation. This is back and forth all day long, ping pong all day long, and I don't feel like playing with y'all. I don't feel like playing with y'all. Y'all can play ping pong if y'all want to, but I'm gonna stay on the sidelines. Like, look at the moving average; it's literally sideways. Yeah, nah. I'm gonna chill off this for right now. I'm gonna chill off this. We were initially bearish, but it's pretty much been up and down, up and down, up and down. Consolidation, not going anywhere. So I'm chilling. Then gold. First thing I noticed, we are bearish as of right now. Broke this structure low right here. I'm calling bearish. I thought this was going to continue to the upside. I thought it was going to break above this area of resistance, but it didn't do so. After the news, it kind of just went crazy after that. It just went all the way back down here. So being that it's bearish as of right now, I'm looking for some sort of pullback and looking at areas that I can expect the price to pull back for us to get in a move. So first thing I'm looking at, first area that I could potentially see it pulling back to is this moving average. And when I expect it to pull back to a certain area, I'm looking for confluences. So anything that can match up with that can further validate my expectation. That's what I'm going to be looking for. So first of all, we notice that moving average right here. What else do we see? We have a wick right here. This is also close to this area resistance, previous high right here. So within this entire area, I'm looking for some sort of potential rejection. I'm going to pull out my fibs as well. Looking at the best time frame to do so. This wick is pretty much irrelevant, being that it came up here, came all the way down here. So I'm going to draw my fib from this structure high all the way down here. Let's go to let's go to the 4. Bro, my hands is burning, bro. My junk burning right now, man. Golly, let me wipe. I need to wipe this down, man. I gotta do something about this. Man, what I got going on, bro? You're supposed to start the week off fresh, man. I don't know what this is, but I moved something. Yeah, what is I saying? I'm going to the 4 hour, so fib from point A. I don't like that. Point A, point B, potential point C. Oh, perfect. Around the 61.8, 50% area, literally in the middle of that. So, looking forward to a move like that. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I just want to end it like that. Don't want to keep this too long. We're gonna keep it real simple, real concise, and get to the point, man. What else? I'm gonna be preparing for the week, trying to get my habits together. Right, I had a habit tracker a few months back. I stopped that. We're gonna start something different. Right, we have most things are digital nowadays, and especially for me personally, I have a lot of things digitally on my computer, laptops, iPad. We're gonna go back to the drawing board. Literally, I'm using a whiteboard to write down all of the habits, everything I need to get done by the week, and bringing it down every single day. What do I need to get done? And by the week, I'll be able to look back and determine how consistent have I been. And I'm going to try to come up with some sort of metric to determine how consistent I've been and compare that with every single week and see where I can work on things. Why was this week I was more consistent than this week, and whatever the case may be. But yeah, man, let me take care of this real quick. Let me take care of this, and yeah, man. I'll catch you on the next video. I may show you guys the habits, the tracker, whatever y'all want to see tomorrow after work or something like that. But yeah, I got to get this taken care of. And y'all take care of yourselves. Let's have a great week. And stay consistent. Love yourself. Hey, yeah, man. Peace. Damn.